Hey, and welcome to Digital Dialogues. This is a place where we dive into the minds of entrepreneurs, creators, publishers, and innovative thinkers. Whether you're starting a business, exploring affiliate marketing, or wanting to take it to the next level, join me as we explore the digital insights and tactics shaping the future together. All right, welcome to my first episode of Digital Dialogues. Today, this episode will be about affiliate marketing in 2024. I'm very thrilled to introduce Christian B. Schmidt, also known as CBS, the founder of Digitaleffects. CBS also runs two YouTube channels, a marketing and a business-related channel called SEODRIVEN, and also the camping-related one called Familie mit Bulli, where he skillfully integrates affiliate marketing links. Hello, CBS.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine and excited to talk to you.
I'm really excited too. And also in the beginning, I thought maybe to get you a little bit better, we can start with a quick game. So I prepared some questions also about your passion, about your job. And so first of all, about your passion with the Bulli. Do you prefer urban destinations or rural escapes?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, but with camping, most of the times you are camping more in a rural environment, but also you can combine it with cities. So most of the times it's both.
The best of both worlds. And are you someone who's planning everything in detail, or you just go with the flow?
Yeah, most of the times we do some planning ahead, especially with when we plan longer trips. But of course, with camping, one of the advantages is you can go with the flow and travel spontaneously.
That sounds really good. And now it's about marketing. Do you prefer niche markets, or you think a broad audience is better to reach people in affiliate marketing? What do you think?
Yeah. So I think it's easier to start in a niche market, but from there you should have a strategy to broaden up your audience. I see all of marketing in a kind of funnel. I tend to start with bottom of funnel and then work my way up if it's possible, depending on the markets.
Okay, that sounds good. And also, because we're starting from scratch today about affiliate marketing, do you have a favorite affiliate marketing trend? Like it could be in general, also from this year.
Yeah, so I'm very passionate about video, working or experimenting with YouTube for several years. And of course, with TikTok and all the other stuff, video is really pushed ahead. So I think combining video content with affiliate marketing is a nice trend I'm looking at.
Okay, thank you so much. So yeah, as we already dived a bit into the topic, I was just thinking about also what is affiliate marketing in general, because I think in our work bubble, or also in my bubble, in your bubble, of course, we all know what is affiliate marketing. We work with this topic every day. But as soon as I step out of this bubble, I just realized that so many people have no idea about it. And also, I just made some research and looked up in TikTok and Instagram, all the social media channels, where I just realized that you can see so many flashy TikTok videos and bold claims, and these videos often show impressive income screenshots and promise easy shortcuts and creating a completely illusion of instant success without doing anything for it. Also, like, I've read some prompts like the art of making money in your sleep, earn money without lifting a finger. So just easy going for everyone and accessible for everyone. But we know that affiliate marketing is so much more than that. It involves careful planning, consistent effort, and also a deep understanding of your audience to truly succeed. So today I want to break down some different real strategies and get some expert insights from you. So first of all, I really want to know where what fascinates you, where did your journey start, also about the different topics from the one side, from the SEO agency, Digitaleffects from Berlin, and also about your two YouTube channels, SEODRIVEN and Familie mit Bulli. Can you give us a little bit more of the background and how you see affiliate marketing, starting from zero?
Yeah, so when I started my first website in 1998, now I feel very old, I didn't have any idea of how to make money online. So first I learned about how to build a website, how to build an audience. And I think this also is applicable today again. Yeah. So if you start with social media like YouTube, you first of all have to understand how can I build an audience and attract people to my content. So this was the first step. Second step was when I had a decent audience and reach and knew about the marketing side of things, I wanted to dive deeper into the monetization of websites. Yeah, so I found a company in Berlin which was called Xenox, today Awin, and applied for an internship and learned about making money online. And the claims were the same. Yeah, make money while sleeping and passive income and things like that. And I think it is a little bit truth to that. After you put in a lot of work, build your content library or your catalog of videos, then you can really see for some time that you can earn money without doing something to build new content. But this will slow down eventually as well. Yeah, so there's no infinite money glitch. Or passive income. So this is what I also discovered. Then how can I drive constant traffic to my websites or even to my social media content? And this is where I explored the world of SEO and search engines. Yeah, because every day people type in things they are looking for into Google or other search engines, being even YouTube or TikTok today, which are huge search engines as well, Amazon as well, Booking.com, wherever, which industry you're looking for, there's a specialized search engine. And of course, the mother of all search engines in our age is Google. So for me, it was very interesting to understand, okay, how can I build content that attracts people that are looking for the things I have to offer. And this is also one of the stepping stones to come to a kind of passive income. Because once your content is found on a regular basis and you can earn money while sleeping. Yeah. Of course, you have to update and innovate and find new topics and new niches. Yeah, because in our today's age, trends and topics are very short. Yeah, in the beginning, you could discover a topic and then run with it for several years. Today, sometimes a trend only lasts for a couple of days. So you really have to be ahead of the game, especially when you are a small content creator, starting with an own website, starting with a social media presence. You have to be a little bit ahead of the market and try to use the gaps between trends and mainstream. Because once something became mainstream, every other player in the market, the big guys, will jump on it, and then it's a dead end for you.
Very dramatic, but very relatable. Thank you for the insights. How did you find exactly the gap which was working for you? Because I think it was not like, you just entered this business and you were like, okay, this works perfect. Now I can go sleep and make money. So it was also like a long process. You said you learned also from Avon. You did the internship there. So also, how was the flow? How did you really find your way, find your style?
Yeah. So I have very specific examples. So for example, when I started my website, I had to find a hosting company. Yeah. So in the beginning, most of the times, or even still today, it's related to my own interests. Yeah, because you have to have an intrinsic motivation to dive into the topic. So my first problem was how to start a website. After I knew that, I started a website about how to start a website. One part of it was, okay, where can I host my website? So I started a comparison website where people can compare prices and offerings of several hosters. And this was one of my first websites where I made some money. Yeah, because in hosting, there's a lot of money because it's a subscription, B2B subscription most of the times. So this was one thing. Next thing was a couple of years later, I was interested in working on the road because I was traveling a lot for Awin, for example, or Xanox in the past. And then there was a product called Surf Sticks. So this was a kind of USB stick, a small USB stick, but with a mobile connection in it. So you could just plug in the Surf Stick into your laptop, your mobile computer, and then you could have a mobile connection. And this was a product, when I discovered it, I immediately started a website, applied for some affiliate programs, and also tested Google Ads. And it was really a 2-keyword business: Surf Stick in one word and Surf Stick in 2 words. And I made a couple of 100 or even 1,000 euros until the topic became bigger and big websites wrote about it. And the story repeated itself with car sharing in Berlin a couple of years ago. I think it was 2008 or something like that. I discovered car sharing in Berlin, made my first website about car sharing in Berlin, and earned referral credits to use the car sharing services. Even 1/6 as a client for my freelance business, because I presented them, or they discovered me through my website. I was in the press about the topic, even in Handelsblatt and things like that, in the German television. And so I became a car sharing expert before car sharing was a big thing. Yeah, but I was able to use this gap to earn money, to earn credits, to drive with car sharing cars for a couple of years for free. And then the trend went mainstream, and then my business dried up. But this is again now with the camper, especially during COVID, camping was a big thing. Also, me and my family looked into camping. We got a very specific one, a VW California, also called Bulli, which has a really long tradition, a lot of fans, and there was an audience built in the car. And every time we did a video about what we got for the camper, what we had as experience with the camper, there were other people looking into the stuff. Yeah, and now we were a little bit ahead of the curve in a trending market. And this is how I discover things. I get interested in something, I see something, and also there's, of course, research methods. There's services today. You can use tools for that, to get into trends. You can use Google Trends and things like that, TikTok trends. And I think today there's a lot more of tools you can use and methods to discover such trends.
Okay. Well, that's really nice. I also feel like it's always like you need to make the move, because I feel like there's so many gaps where how you describe it, and you can also people don't tend to use this gap, because I don't know how you felt about it. I mean, also you were lucky because you were so interested in so many different things, but do you also feel like sometimes you had to take a risk, or you thought, I'm gonna try it, and if it's not gonna work out, I just tried my best? How do you feel about, or how did you feel about going into this market?
Yeah, so most of the times the biggest risk was investing my own time and resources.
Yeah.
especially in the earlier days, also setting up a new website was kind of pricey, more pricey than today, especially with social media and things like that. Everything is free. You can start immediately with the phone. So it was a kind of risk also involved. Also, when you buy ads for a project, you have to spend money to earn money. So you have to have some kind of goal in mind, some kind of budget, and also a time frame where you say, okay, next 3 to 6 months, at least, I would say, invest my time and resources into this topic. And then I find out, okay, maybe I have some milestones that I lay out for myself. And if I don't reach these milestones, okay, then it's maybe I cancel the project, or I see another spin on it, or something like that. Yeah. So I think you should, especially as a solo entrepreneur, you should dedicate yourself to one topic, not 100 topics, one topic at a time. Try it out, invest some time, do your research, and also have your goals in mind where you can validate if the idea works or doesn't work. Yeah, because you don't want to spend 10 years of your time, or even 3 or 4 years of your time in an idea that never works out.
Exactly. I think it's good to have like a time zone, or just like, a date, because if you like keep trying without seeing an outcome, probably you should look for another product or for another idea. Thank you very much. And now we're gonna dive a bit deeper into key affiliate marketing trends for 2024. I also made some research, but I mean, I didn't have to dive so deep. One of the big things already since last year is AI. This is the first key trend. I want to talk with you about it because AI is making such a big impact on private persons, but also, of course, in the business world. And I'm excited to hear also your insights here. So I just want to know, how do you think is AI enhancing affiliate marketing strategies, and also what benefits have you observed so far?
Yeah, so when we talk about ChatGPT, for example, as a tool which you can use on a daily basis, I really like to develop ideas, brainstorm with ChatGPT, even if since it gets better from month to month, research some things, get some ideas for a structure, for topics, for questions, and start with that. So ChatGPT is a good sparring partner if you have an idea, if you want to research things or brainstorm things and get more about a topic that you want to discover or dive into. You can use tools like ChatGPT. Of course, also AI is getting bigger and bigger in content creation. So it started all with text. So we are also currently running some websites that use AI generated content on a text basis. Then there was the addition of images. They are getting better and better with images. So you don't need to go out and shoot a picture of a scene you have in mind that fits to the topic. You can get pretty realistic photos out of AI today. And now the next step will be video, which I'm also very passionate about. As I said before, or in the beginning. So I think we are really on the next step of content creation. And as always, it can have advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, I think the easier it gets to create content with AI, there will be much more crap out there. So I think the human component, the briefing and the prompting and the quality assurance and the playing around with the tool or with the AI is very important to differentiate yourself. Yeah. So in the beginning, we already had all the research about, okay, there was a specific term that ChatGPT had at the ending. Yeah, please, whatever, to continue, and then you could Google sites that have this term in their text and things like that. And I think you have to put more into it, and it's a whole own discipline in marketing today to understand how the machines work, what the limitations are, what the new features can do and cannot do. So I'm really interested in AI, but also see the limitations against the chances.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I feel like sometimes, as you said, the limitation, and also sometimes I feel like it can also be dangerous because you can do everything. You can fake so many things. You can implement faces, or you can fake people. You can say, okay, this person was making advertising for this campaign, but at the end of the day, there was no person involved. And I see it very scary sometimes. Do you also feel like there's something not to get it out of the hand, or how do you feel about these things?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have regulations around AI and certain rules. Yeah, because I think the big players like OpenAI and so on, they have their rule sets set, and they try to prevent harm done with ChatGPT, for example. Yeah, so you can talk him into things that are not right, but of course there are also other platforms like the AI from X or Elon Musk, which has less limitations, and where you can create fake images of presidents or other people. Yeah,
exactly.
So I think this is very, very important that we find regulation around that we, as the human race, or humankind, that we define some rules, but we all know there will be someone who will break the rules. So we have to be aware of that. And also scamming people, also through affiliate marketing and the shady side. There's a shady side to affiliate marketing as well with some industries. And I recently saw a documentary on YouTube about chatbots and dating websites and affiliate marketing leading people into these dating websites where you actually don't chat with a real human. But in the past, it was human chatters that work for the company, and now it's all AI, and it's even more, more sophisticated in some cases. So there's of course a lot of risk in AI as well. But I see the chances as well. You can do with every tool. You can take a hammer and kill somebody, or you can take a hammer and build a house for your family. So it's a tool.
That's a great example. As long as you know your own limitations, your company knows your own limitations, you all know how you can use it, and you also keep an eye on all the things which might happen, because you don't have everything under control when other people use it, or you get scammed or anything, because it looks so real nowadays. It's really difficult to see it, but it's good to have an eye for yourself and a brain for yourself, but also for other people. The next trend I want to talk with you about is influencer partnerships, because I feel also more like micro influencers are getting a chance to make campaigns, and also they're becoming more essential in affiliate marketing. Of course, the big ones. But how do you think can brands make the most of these influencers for effective campaigns?
I think especially in the niche markets is very interesting. I see it with Familie mit Bulli, with our own small channel. We only have a few thousand subscribers, but we can really drive business into these smaller businesses specialized around this car. So I think even for bigger brands, it's interesting to go into these smaller niches, to find the communities that are also interested in the product, so everything can be a little bit more authentic and individual. Because we know all the big campaigns, and then they try to be more diverse and things like that, but it's still it doesn't feel authentic. Yeah, and there are great examples like this drinking cup, the Quencher from how's the company called? Stanley. I don't know if you know it.
Yes, and of course,
the Stanley cups, these big cups with a smaller end you can put in your car. And this is a story from a brand or a product that was made for construction workers many years ago.
Really?
And then a small or smaller website around that was made by I think 2 or 3 women discovered these products and made them really huge together with a company after that. Yeah, so sometimes you can start a big trend with a small community that is really passionate about your product, and that can become so big that your product can be really, or the marketing or the niche marketing can really impact your whole business. So I think there's a lot of chance and potential in micro influencers. Also in affiliate marketing, I'm all about the small websites, that died in the last couple of years. So I want to have them back. The small specialized websites, the smaller influencers, because we don't need more Hollywood stars, popping out of TikTok and so on, getting their own Netflix show and things like that. So because in the beginning they are very authentic and you have a connection to these people, and then when they got too successful, they're just out of reach again, and like every other star. So I think there's a lot of potential in smaller influencers and smaller websites and things like that.
Okay, that's very nice. Also very motivating for people who really want to start with affiliate marketing and are just starting from zero, or just have an idea but not having a big audience. It's really nice to hear. And from my experience, when I go and see, like, I'll go through social media channels, I also feel like more connected, or as you said, it's more authentic to identify yourself with these people. They're more reachable to do the campaigns you also want. Like, they not have so many the English word is missing in my brain. So many
requirements, barriers.
Exactly, so many requirements. Yes, exactly. So it's easier to find a deal, or like to have the best for both sides. All right. So the last topic is video content creation. As you already mentioned, is something you really like, and you also have a lot of experience, and you really enjoy doing it on your own and for your business. And you said you're like with YouTube and also like Instagram Reels, you have some experience. And so many people also use it, like small business and small content creators, entrepreneurs, to boost the engagement and sales. You already mentioned a few, like your opinion, but also do you have some thoughts about this will evolve in the future, or maybe do you have some wishes how the whole market will look maybe next year, in 2 years? How do you see yourself working with content creation, or like in combination with AI? What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, so as I said, when I started, it was everything was a little bit harder. You had to have the right camera, lights, and so on. Of course, I still have a lot of professional equipment, so it looks nice, but you can really start with a phone, and sometimes it's much more authentic and much more relatable when you start with a phone. Some of the biggest creators, also in Germany, for example, started in their bedroom with a crappy camera, just talking to it and showing their makeup routine or something like that. And I think there's a big trend, especially in YouTube and in the US, which is the leading market, to be more professional, have a whole production company and a whole team, and essentially producing TV shows for YouTube. Yeah. And I think that's not the best trend. I think there's a lot of potential again in smaller, more relatable creators that don't have a whole production crew. And this is also something that is a big chance for everybody. If you're passionate about a topic, if you have a phone, you can start today. You don't have to invest a lot of money or there's no real gatekeepers. You can create your account. Most of the times it's free and everybody can create an account on social media or start a website. Some services also are free to start a website or a newsletter, which is also very interesting still. I hope that this that there will be space for this kind of content in the future, because as I said, the bigger creators getting bigger, and then they also have their scandals and things around that, and they are not that relatable anymore. Then there will be a lot of AI content for things like, okay, how's the weather today or tomorrow, or smaller issues or questions or things like that you can really scale. And I hope that the space for human creators that are passionate about a topic, passionate about several brands, will remain big enough. But I'm also hopeful, or I think there's a good chance, because we as humans, we tend to be more interested in people than in products or pure information, I would say. And everybody has his story, and you can relate to it or you can't, but then you find another one. But this is the beauty of YouTube, I would say. Before we bought our camper van, I think I watched dozens of YouTube videos of creators that have the car, rent the car, or tested the car. And I think in a traditional world, what could I have done? There's some car shows in the TV, but I don't think that they would do a whole show every week only about this car. I could buy some magazines or things like that. And these kind of rabbit holes, you can really dive into topics you are very interested in. And I think this is where smaller creators can really drive value for their audience and also for businesses and for themselves. And I hope this stays in the future as well.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much. This was very helpful. And I just had my last point was also about some practical tips for 2024, 2025 or the future, but you were connecting this very well together, also from your personal perspective. Do you still have summarized top 3 tips for business or content creators looking to stay ahead in affiliate marketing in 2024? Maybe just short and crisp.
Yeah, I think, again, finding the right trends, things you are interested or things you see in the market. But when you Google it, there's not a lot of big publishers writing about that, for example. Could be a really good strategy. If you see something new, and when you research it, there's not a lot of resources of big mainstream media, then that could be a chance for yourself. The same with video content. You don't need a lot. You only need a phone. Everybody has a smartphone today. You don't even need the newest iPhone or something like that. Most smartphones have pretty decent cameras and microphones. If you are passionate about the thing, then you can share it. And of course, learning how YouTube works, how the interest of people works and so on is an advantage. But I think the more important thing is to start with something, because you will get better eventually. Your first video will look crappy. Everyone's first video was crappy. And but after you created 100 videos, there will be a big improvement as well. Yeah. And then for monetizing, after you found a small niche, it doesn't even have to be 1 million followers or something like that. As I said, we with the camping stuff, we have a couple of thousand followers. With my business, when you are a freelancer or a business owner, sometimes I earned 100,000 euros in revenue only through my videos in the first year with 100 subscribers. So you don't even need a big audience. You need the right audience. Yeah. So if you can reach the right people that are willing to listen to you and buy your services or buy the things you recommend, you can make a business out of it. And it can be a small side hustle in the beginning and growing bigger and bigger. Today I have an agency with a team. We are 6 people. It's not the biggest company in the world, but I have a really nice living out of it. For next year, it is 20 years. Yeah. So you can make a career out of it when you just start with something.
Okay. So just do it. Just do it. I feel like so many people nowadays are comparing themselves with so many big people, big influencers, big business, and they don't see the start, they don't see the beginning. And so they have so many expectations and also just want to be perfect and rich maybe in a week. And I also feel like maybe that's also a tip for myself which came into my mind, because I feel like some people feel like when they start with something, they just have to stick with it. But you also mentioned that just do it, and then you can also change. The first video will be probably not good, but also, or maybe you will start talking about your favorite music genres, but then you realize, okay, maybe it's better when I do travel blogs or something. I feel like also to have the freedom to maybe change and be flexible, because I feel like nowadays people are like really, they just see like one way and then they want to stick with it with pressure and stuff. But it's also helpful to be flexible and talk to people in the same bubble, in the same network, and be open for ideas, and also always be in contact and open for new ideas. Also, you said you tried so many different things. You went from car sharing, from the stick, from here, then like this is how you find your bubble and what you really like.
Yeah, if I would have sticked with the surf sticks, they are not even a thing anymore. Yeah, so you have to watch out and adapt and try new stuff. And this is also true with social media, because trends and the kind of content people enjoy develops and changes over time. So you also have to try new things and start new things and see what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. To be flexible, because we live in a really fast world.
And it's getting even faster.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, we're coming to an end, and I just want to thank you for the first episode, for talking about the key trends, about your perspective, about your insights. I had a lot of fun, and it was very helpful for me, and also to the listeners. So I just want to or maybe you want to say something first.
Yeah, it was a big pleasure and honor to be your first guest, and I hope you invite me back for the 100th episode. Yeah, so we have a common goal, and as I said, just start something with the podcast as well. I think when you stick to it, you will need to produce more episodes, and the more content you produce, your catalog is growing, and people will find your podcast as well. So I'm looking forward to see this podcast grow.
Thank you so much. So also for the listeners, if you found this episode insightful, also I will add all the information about Digitaleffects in the description. So have a look, get some more inspiration, and have a good rest of the day. And see you for the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.